There's several points in these chapters where the Lord is giving instruction about revelation, and it's a little different every time. Like chapter 6, verse 23, he talks about the peace that Oliver felt. But when we go through chapter 8, Oliver Cowdery is asking more specifically about how to translate the Book of Mormon. The Lord communicates to him that I will tell you in your mind and in your heart by the Holy Ghost. And this is in verse 2 and verse 3 of chapter 8, which shall come upon you and which shall dwell in your heart. Now behold, this is the spirit of revelation. This is the spirit by which Moses brought the children of Israel through the Red Sea on dry ground. So in this verse, it's talking more about how, you're going to feel the Holy Ghost, whatever that means for you. And there's some connection between revelation and, I would say, priesthood power. It's the same power that Moses was able to create a miracle, was able to part the Red Sea, and I think that's miraculous. But then in chapter 9 is kind of our more famous tutorial on how we receive revelation, where we go step by step. In verses 8 through 9, it talks about how Oliver Cowdery wanted to translate, and the Lord kind of chastises him a little bit and says, you thought you could just ask me, but you've got to study it out. It says in verse 8 that you must study it out in your mind. Then you must ask me if it be right, and if it is right, I will cause that your bosom shall burn within you. Therefore you shall feel that it is right. And then in verse 9 it says, but if it not be right, you shall have no such feelings, but you shall have a stupor of thought that shall cause you to forget the thing which is wrong. Therefore you cannot write that which is sacred, save it be given you from me. So we have a very clear step-by-step instruction guide of, if it's right, you're going to feel a burning in the bosom. If it's wrong, you're going to feel a stupor of thought. Now, how that actually translates to our own personal lives can vary quite a bit from person to person. Even in these chapters, even in Oliver's own short experience in this 1 month, he has the Lord talking to him about a burning in the bosom. He has him talking to him about peace, and there are verses that talk about enlightening the mind. And so there's still a lot of flexibility here in how we can receive revelation based on, your own personality, how you're listening to God if you're seeking for him. So according to the scriptures, though, there's a sense that you're going to know it's right. You're going to feel something different about that particular choice. And if it's not right, it's maybe going to be a little bit harder for you to grasp, whether that's mentally, spiritually, emotionally, something's just not going to sit well.